So I went to the Shul banquet. I went to my first synagogue banquet tonight. I didn't drop dead of a heart attack. What I was afraid of is that I think that I was having a heart attack because my chest has been hurting. And like I'd collapse in the middle of the dance floor and they'd have to call an ambulance. And they'd say, oh, that's Levi. He's just do anything for attention. And the ambulance rushes me to Kaiser, and it turns out just to be a panic attack. How would that suck? I'd rather just, die of a heart attack than think I was having a heart attack and it just turned out to be a panic attack. So I got back from the Shul banquet. So I have two good friends at this occasion. Two good friends. Everyone else is an acquaintance. So of course I go glom onto my two friends. But, they don't want to be glommed onto all night. So I hang out with them for a little while, and I read their body language, and then I get brave, and I go circulate. And so I came as David Suissa's guest. He just invited me last night. So table 16, David Suissa and guest. And David wasn't going to be able to make it till late, if at all, because he had some baseball game in the Valley. So what the heck table 16 turned out to be? Table 16 turns out to be the rabbi, the synagogue president, the future synagogue president, and the biggest donor in the Jewish community, all at my table and Luke Ford. So someone comes over and go, what's wrong with this picture? What are you doing at this table? It's like right up front, like the power table. And there I am. So that was kind of cool. I remember someone saying, what's Luke Ford doing here? How did he get here? Well, there was a lot of dancing. They had the Moshav band, and there was a lot of dancing. And I got out there on the floor and danced. And dancing is really awkward for me because I carry a lot of tension in my body, and I don't know how to release it except through exercise. And so I'm getting out there dancing, and I've no comfort with dancing because I grew up a Seventh-day Adventist, and Seventh-day Adventists don't dance. It's a sin. Now, this was just men dancing with men, and a little ways away, women dancing with women, but there was no mechitza in between. So I asked a couple of my female friends why they didn't get up and dance, and they said they felt uncomfortable dancing in front of the men without a mechitza. They said, well, what do you think about when you look at a woman dancing? And I said, well, I think about sex, but the other men in the synagogue, they're at a much higher level than I am. They were to look upon you dancing, they'd think about Hashem. So I got out there and I joined the dance. That's the big story tonight. I joined the dance. And I danced with abandon, as much abandon as a 42-year-old man whose body is falling apart can dance. And one of my female friends said, I felt so proud. I was going to cry. I wanted to pinch your cheeks. I was like a proud mother seeing you out there dancing. And that one man came up to me and said, you look more rabbinic than the rabbi. That's what I love about you, because of my beard. This is a modern Orthodox shul, and the rabbis are clean shaven. So I joined the dance, and I felt awkward, and I wanted to be cynical and kind of step off to the side and satirical. But I joined the dance, and I put my arms around people, and I moved around and around and around, and I clapped, and I was like part of the team, part of the crowd for a while. I brought my book, and I only read 2 sentences from my book, James A. Michener's The Source. So I was like a real Jew. So there was talk about after the election in November, there will be a kiddush thrown at the shul. Democrats will throw one if Obama wins, and the Republicans if McCain wins. When this was said, there were lots of cheers for Obama, but when McCain was mentioned, no cheers. And Speaker Mordecai Fishman said that if McCain wins, much of the synagogue will sit out in the foyer and refuse to eat the cholent. When Republicans win, most modern Orthodox shuls are tend to be liberal politically. So last time I was out at an event this fancy was when I was at the AVN Awards in Las Vegas. I was kind of haughty about not going to this banquet. People would ask me in the previous few weeks, are you going to the banquet? I go, oh no, it sounds boring and stupid and dumb and idiotic and stultifying, and why would I want to go to that? And then last night I got asked and I went. But I only went because I got asked by David Suissa. So in my 14 years in Jewish life, this was my first synagogue banquet. And when I was dancing round and round, a friend told me you can get this kind of dancing every Shabbos at the Happy Minyan. The rabbi talked about his programs for female-only prayer groups and women reading from the Torah and other programs like that to allow women to get closer to God, and how he gets criticized of having some kind of diabolical agenda that has to do with unisex bathrooms. So I actually enjoyed myself tonight. I had a good time, mainly thanks to David Suissa. So I felt like an important person, and I sat up at the table with the important people, and I talked in an important way, and had a good time.